Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and on the left side on your screen you see the NOMOS Glashütte Tangente neomatik 41 update, and on the right side on your screen you see the NOMOS Glashütte Metro neomatik 41 update. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications. Both NOMOS Glashütte watches feature a stainless steel case. The diameter is 40.5 millimeters. The Tangente has a flat sapphire crystal and the Metro has a domed sapphire crystal. That makes a little bit of a difference in appearance, but both cases, as I said, 40.5 millimeters. And both watches feature this particular date indication you see here. There are two green dots, and in between the two green dots it's written 28, so it's the 28 that is indicated. Same here are the Metro. You have two orange dots and the 28, so in between the number that is written in between the two dots indicates the date. Let me start to present you the NOMOS Glashütte Metro neomatik 41 update. Update is really the name of the watch. It's not me saying that it's an update. The watch is really called Update. It got a new dial. It has been redesigned slightly. So this is an update and is also part of the name of the watch. I said it before, case diameter is a 40.5 from the side is 9.1 millimeter, 9.1, and yep, you can see it now nicely from the side. And the so-called lug-to-lug distance I've been measuring. It's a little bit difficult to call that lug. You will see this once I release the strap. Then you will see what they call, or what this supposed, if this is supposed to be in your opinion a lug or not. But the distance from one end to the other is 45. I have been measuring from here to here, and that's a distance of 45 millimeters. To show you what I'm talking about, I'm really releasing the strap. There's a spring bar with a quick release function, and once I am taking it out with the gloves, that's not easy. You see, now we can or you can see, and you can start a discussion in the comment section. What is this? What kind of lug you would call that? That's part of the design of the Metro watch, of course, but it is what it is. And you have that quick release integrated in the woven textile strap, gray woven, waterproof textile strap that I have been also wearing in my pool, and there are some pictures available of the watch in water as well. We will show you them, of course. So let me quickly continue. As I said before, what's typical for these watches is that particular date indication, and the date indication is quite useful because first of all, I will come as close as I can to the camera, you may adjust the date in both senses, so backward or forward. You can see that I'm now reaching the 30th, the 31st, the 1st, and if I want to go back, 31st, 30th, 29, and 28, and that's where we have been just before. That's a very useful thing, and what is particular to this watch is, of course, the movement and how NOMOS made it possible to bring that date really set far out around the minute markers. You see the minute markers here, and the date is really at the most far out possible position on that dial, and is a good readability, yes, and of course also very nice looking because you have very good readability of time, nothing disturbs here, and you can still get, here it is, in the light perfectly now, you can easily read the date. And possible is this through the caliber 6101, a NOMOS in-house movement that has been specially developed to fit in such big or huge cases and to completely fill, you see here, it's not a smaller movement, it's completely filling out the case. And first of all, this looks good, but this also enabled NOMOS really to bring a movement on the market that is pretty thin, 3.6 millimeters, including the date disc. If you take away the date disc, the movement only is 3.2 millimeters thick. That's really a modern technology used by NOMOS, completely redesigned, completely new developed movement with an in-house, they call it swing system. So the entire escape band, it also is manufactured by NOMOS, and they are really independently manufacturing this movement. Automatic, as you see, there is an automatic rotor. Power reserve is 42 hours. And we have pictures. Unfortunately, I can't show you this, but you can see here that there is a little space in between. And then you see not only that this is the part where the rotor turns, but you can nicely see also that there is a plate mounted on the movement. So on top here of the movement, you have the date disc being mounted on top, and this enables to position the date function really so far out around the minute markers and to bring this particular look. And how often, please, how often have you seen a watch where the date function, when it is a big watch, the date is function or the date window is positioned somewhere in here, and that looks horrible. The woven strap is back on the watch, and to be honest, I had to take off my gloves. It was impossible. I tried to do it in front of the camera. I couldn't. So I had to take off my gloves to bring that spring bar here, quick exchange system back. And for those interested, the distance in between the locks is 20 millimeters. So if you want to use any other strap on the watch, you can now choose. It's 20 millimeters. Yeah, nicely to see and well written on the watch is also 5 ATM. That means waterproof to 5 bar or 50 meter. And this is very good because with 5 bar, the watch, in my humble opinion, is good for swimming. This is something where NOMOS does not agree with me, or they see the thing differently, because they claim that the watch is good for taking a shower. This is something I would not I would not think that this is really a good idea to take a shower with a watch that is only waterproof to 5 bar. But just imagine the pressure that comes on the crown from the water jet of your shower head, and how strong this pressure is here, and what can happen then. The gasket might not keep all of the water that is really getting on it with pressure out of the case. If you're just using it for a swim, it's good. And look at the pictures. I've been in the pool with it.
I couldn't resist showing you also the NOMOS in water. The watch is 50 meters waterproof. It's written on the back. And in my opinion, there's something weird written on the website, that NOMOS website. They claim if you have a watch that is waterproof for 50 meters, it's good for you to go and to take a shower, but not for a swim. Imagine the water jet coming from the shower head, touching or reaching exactly the crown, what kind of pressure there is. And I would say the contrary is true. You should not take a shower with a watch that is only waterproof 50 meters, but you can go for a swim. And this is why I've been taking the watch here into water. And you see how it looks like. So 50 meters waterproof, I think yeah, it's good to go if you are wearing it, and if you are somewhere near to a pool and you think you have to do what you have to do, cool down a little bit in water, go for it, don't worry. Not a good idea could be to jump into the pool. That will probably create the same situation as you have it under the shower with the water jet, because the actual pressure when the watch gets into the water when you jump might be harmful, or maybe the gasket in the crown might be not able anymore to handle the pressure, and some water might get into the watch. I'd say 50 meters are good for a swim, good for a tip in the pool, no worries about that. But taking a shower, NOMOS, rethink your website. I'm not sure. It's a bit weird for me that they claim, okay, 50 meters is not good to go for a swim, but good to go for a shower. What would you say? Let me know in the comment section. And some more pictures of it. And look, we always have this same effect. I'm always talking about that effect. You see, let's get the glass. I'm just putting it, brightening up the picture a little bit. There we go. And now look, I'm showing you the effect once again. You see, mirroring, and then all of a sudden the dial comes back. Mirroring, and the dial comes back. Outside of the pool, too much light with that silver dial, and then underwater. Again, there we go. That are the pictures of the NOMOS in water. Yep, very nice. And the strap, no problem, will dry. It's a textile, woven, very nicely executed strap. It will dry and nothing happened. So it's good to go.
First thing I wanted to know after the watch came out of the pool is the strap still looking good? Yes, it is. Nothing changed. There is nothing, you see nothing on the surface that indicates that the watch was in water, so it nicely dried and looks as new as it was before. So I can really say this is a watch you can wear. The strap is good to go. The watch 50 meters waterproof is good to go for a swim if you want to do that. And once again, I'd not recommend you, Alexander Linz, is not recommending you to go with the watch under the shower. I really would be scared of having a water jet coming on the crown I'm not convinced about that. Maybe NOMOS should rethink and more or less recommend, good for a swim. You probably should not you should not jump into the water. Same effect as standing under the shower. This would probably put some stress on the gaskets in here, protecting the case from water. But for a swim, the watch is good to go. And as I just said, look, the strap is excellently, has dried and looks like new. Nothing changed. You don't see any water draw. There's nothing on it that looks like if the strap got wet and didn't dry correctly afterwards. And you see this is a domed sapphire crystal, and as well it is unfortunately not anti-reflective. There's no anti-reflective treatment on the surface. It's only an anti-reflective treatment on the inside. Same here on the back side. And once again, to show it from the side, you can see here the domed sapphire crystal of the Metro. Swimming in theory is something you could also do, of course, with the Tangente Neomatik 41 update. And once again, update is part of the name of this NOMOS Glashütte. The watch case, 40.5 millimeter. The thickness, slightly thinner. This Tangente, it's only 7.8 millimeter. and the so-called lug-to-lug distance. The watch has lugs as we I used to see them. The lug-to-lug distance is exactly 50 millimeters. I've been measuring from one end to the other end. The same movement, everything applies as I just explained with the Metro, also to the Tangente Neomatik 41, the same movement. The case is waterproof, 50 meters or 5 bars. So as I said, you could go swimming with that watch, with that beautiful midnight blue, look, midnight blue dial. Very, very nice blue. Everybody who knows me knows that I love blue, and this is a blue that really, yes, has a kind, it has, real sex appeal for me. Very nice. Very, very nice even. Okay, now stop. But it's such a beautiful color, I have to say it. Concerning swimming, probably not the best idea, since the watch is fitted with a Horween genuine shell cordon black rambordé strap. Rambordé means that the side here is nicely finished and looks excellent. And if I turn the watch around, what you see here is not a sign that this leather was used before or is used. It's new. It's the way it looks like. I will go through the camera so you can see that. This is how it looks like. It's not me who has caused this kind of things, black spots by wearing it, sweating or whatsoever. No. This is how the watch looks like. So this is what you get. And as I just said, swimming would not be a good idea, nor taking a shower with it, since this could really, harm the leather strap. What we also have on the Tangente is, of course, the same date function, and I will pull out the crown in the first position, and what you see, I can go backward and I can go forward, and you see, and the date is always readable or composed out of 2 green dots and the number that is displayed in between the 2 green, or if you compare the Metro, the orange dots, so it's the 31st. Let me go back, the 30th. You always see green dots. And funny enough, this watch has no super luminova on the hands, nor on the dial on any of the numbers, nor the small running second, but these little dots have super luminova. That's a funny thing. I will just take, you see, I'm pointing with a black light on it and the camera shows it immediately, and I will also make a dark shot later, but you can quickly see that there is super luminova applied on these green dots of the date disc. So at night you might be able to guess the date if you know where the different numbers are on the dial, but you won't be able to read the time. That's something funny, or let's say that's something particular for insiders with this NOMOS Tangente Neomatik 41 update. There we go. Here are the 2 spots or the 2 dots that have or feature some super luminova, whilst the entire dial stays dark. The movement is the same. It's the 6101 NOMOS in-house movement with an in-house escapement. Yes. Thickness, once again, if you missed that before, 3.2 millimeter without the date function, and with the date function is 3.6 millimeters thick, 42 hours of power reserve. Yep. Very nice. And the caliber 6101 is a 3 Hertz caliber with 21,600 semi-oscillations of the balance wheel. I will also show the date change when it happens when the watch is running. So I've been presetting it to 9:30 p.m. already. So watch now what happens. We are approaching 11 and then 12, and you see it is not instantaneous, but yeah, let's call it semi-instantaneous when the date disc moves. One good thing is you can't harm the movement. What will happen now if I turn back? Nothing. So the date disc will not go back, but you can't harm the movement. There is a security part of the new movement. So even if you turn back time now, you won't harm the movement, nothing happens. And you still, if this would have been a situation actual for you, you would have to turn back the watch over, and you need to also go back with the date or forward. You can do this even at 9 in the evening, no problem, it's possible. So this is the date function, looks nice, and you see it's really set far out around the minute markers and gives you a really good readability of the date. As I said before, it is always composed out of the 2 green or orange dots and the number in between to come back to the 28. The Tangente features a flat sapphire crystal that has only, unfortunately, an anti-reflective treatment underneath but not on top, and this causes, as you see, reflections. You see me here, you see the lights in my little studio, and yeah, it's a absolute flat sapphire crystal. As you see here, it's not domed, it's completely flat. Same, of course, is to mention for the case back, see-through case back. It is anti-reflective treated on one side. And now to compare and to show you the difference, the Metro has a domed sapphire crystal. Here you go, you can see this. I also took some pictures of that sapphire crystal in the sun. How heavy are these NOMOS watches? So the one you see here on your screen, the Tangente, weighs 59 grams, as you see it right now through your picture, including the clasp, 59 grams. The Metro neomatik weighs 52 grams, as you see it here on your screen. So pretty light watches, thin watches, nice size, and yeah, cool design, very, very cool design, I have to say. A design you immediately, if you are a little bit familiar with watchmaking and with designs used by manufacturers, you can easily, without any doubt, recognize these watches to be a NOMOS watch, no doubt. And this is what I very, very much like with NOMOS Glashütte. You always recognize them. They are not doing any experiments. They are staying loyal to their design. They are staying loyal to what they have been producing the years before. Design language is always clear, poor, no, yeah, it's never kitsch. It's always a classic, cool design, and you always recognize those watches, even from far away, once you are familiar with NOMOS. Same applies for the Tangente, of course. That's a design we know for many, many years, and it's pure NOMOS design, has been copied, or people tried to copy the design, but it has never been achieved, and will always be NOMOS. Whatever others do with it, or whatever others try to, take from NOMOS, or do some copy and paste. NOMOS is NOMOS, and this is very good. and something I very much like with the brand. Once you buy a NOMOS, you can be sure years later it will still be a NOMOS, because NOMOS will still be loyal to its design. So now the big question is, which of the two new NOMOS Glashütte watches is the one you should go for? Yeah, many of you probably now think, yeah, Alexander would go for the one with the blue dial. No, I would not. Because the Metro is the watch that I really prefer. Also, please watch the wrist shot of the Metro and you will see that the Metro had always an elegant bezel similar to the Tangente, but where the Tangente is angular, the Metro is more characteristically round. It is that more, let's say, yeah, maybe elegant, or maybe, I don't know, more younger watch. The Tangente on the right side with the blue, with that midnight blue dial, yeah, with the flat sapphire crystal, has an ultra elegant appearance on the wrist. Yeah, ultra elegant, yes. But yeah, it's a tick sportier maybe now, it's more striking maybe. The aesthetics did not change. They are still there. It's a Tangente at first sight. Looks good, no doubt, but I'd go for the Metro, the one on the left side, since it is a watch also with, how can I say it? I just like it more. It has more sex appeal to me, and yeah, maybe NOMOS one day will deliver the Metro with a midnight blue dial and stay loyal to the orange color for the date. This will be then my favorite one, maybe to have some good contrast, perfect readability, white hands or silver hands, so you really get excellent readability. This will be my favorite watch then. The Metro really sits perfectly on the wrist with its domed sapphire crystal and, let us call them, wire lugs compared to regular lugs as you see on the Tangente. So yeah, but tastes are different, of course. Let me know in the comment section which of the two NOMOS Glashütte watches is your favorite. I'm keen to read your comments, and yeah, of course, let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, and I will be happy to answer them as always. Now, let us talk about the price of the watches. This is something interesting. The Tangente on the right side is sold for 3,200 euro, including 19% VAT, and the Metro, the NOMOS Glashütte Metro, is sold for 3,500 euro, including 19% VAT. And if you are keen and if you want the watch and you say, oh, I can't afford the 3,200 to spend them immediately, NOMOS offers something interesting. They call that Splitit, and you may pay the watch in 12 parts, 1 year long, through your credit card with any additional fees or costs. The only thing is they divide the price of 3,200 per 12, and then you come, for instance, for the NOMOS Tangente to 266.66 euros 12 times, and the watch is yours. That can be done online through your credit card. And if you're keen to buy the Metro and you say 3,500 euro are too much, I can't spend them right now, but I would like to, yeah, buy the watch now, you can do it. Splitit is the word that applies, and you will pay 12 times 291 euro 66. And this is what NOMOS offers. And once again, it's something you can discover on the NOMOS website, and there are no additional fees. Just take the price of 3,200, and yeah, divide it by 12 and you will see it's 266.66, and take 3,500 divided by 12 and you will see 291.66. No additional costs, just an offer of NOMOS. If you are keen to buy the watch and you can't afford it in the moment, or you don't want to afford it, and you say, okay, 12 times, it's good for me, I'll pay it off, then you go. Click on the website, go there, and the thing is called Splitit. The watches come in a nice NOMOS box, but if you think that's all, no, there is much more in there. It is a nice leather pouch that you get. The watch is presented in a very nice leather pouch, and that looks like the one I'm showing you. This is the same. Both do open up. There is a welcoming letter from Uwe Arendt, the CEO, telling you congratulations. You get some information, general information about the watch, and you're welcome to the NOMOS family. And then you see here cleaning tissue and the watch. How beautiful. You can just sell watches instead of delivering in a silly huge box with no further use than just taking you away some space in your household. Nice. You can use it for traveling, and this is the box. Yeah, you can keep it or don't, but anyhow, same here. You see cleaning tissue, the welcoming letter, and yes, this is the Metro, and this is how the watches are being delivered. And I very much like this, because this leather pouch is from a fine quality and you can really use it. Not only for a NOMOS watch, you could also put in another one. You could cheat and put in another one. You could. Very nice. I love it. Last picture, the last things that you see on your screen from this video is, once again on the left side, the NOMOS Glashütte Metro neomatik 41 update. Update is part of the name once again. And on the right side, the NOMOS Glashütte Tangente neomatik 41 update. Tastes are different. You choose. Both watches are excellent, feature in-house movement, and are worth to be, tried on your wrist. Try them out, and you will quickly see how they feel on your wrist. They look excellent. It's really an amazing quality what NOMOS Glashütte delivers here. Made in Germany, in Saxony, and what you get for what you pay is really good value for the money, and I can highly recommend to have a closer look on the entire NOMOS collection, and not only on these two watches, since I really have to say that, as I said before, unique design, in-house movements, very good quality. I could continue talking positive things. I didn't really find any negative aspect on the watches. Only that little thing, with that recommendation, use it under the shower. I'm not so sure. And that funny thing, we have superluminova here on the green dots, but the watch, neither the hand, minute or hour hand has superluminova, neither the small second, nothing. That's a funny thing. Okay, thanks for watching, and stay tuned on WatchAdvisor on YouTube, and there's much more to come this autumn 2021.